welcome to Physical Embodiment Studio. I'm Courtney Sproles, a certified personal trainer, and today I'm here to talk to you about your abs. So typically when we're doing ab exercises, it's really easy to engage our rectus abdominis, which is the muscles that run vertically through your ab wall, and you might think of it as your six-pack, right? Visually we can see your six-pack through the rectus abdominis. It's super important that we get the other core muscles firing as well when we do certain exercises. In particular, we really want to work the transverse abdominis, which runs horizontally through your ab wall, and it acts as a corset around your spine. So it's really important to get these abs engaged, these deeper abs engaged, in order to protect your spine, prevent injury, to give you that nice cinched, protected waist, and truthfully it does help snatch your waist a little bit if that's a goal of yours. But more importantly, we want to move through life with ease and grace without pain, right? So getting the TA, the transverse abdominis firing, is really crucial for this. Now, there's something I like to use in my practice called bread loafing. It's when you puff your abs and you're really engaged in your abs, but your abs kind of make this dome position, versus your TA firing, which is like a drawing in of your navel and a cinching in of your waistline to protect your spine. So let's talk about 3 exercises to do at home or in your gym that can really engage your transverse abdominis as long as you're intentional and connected mind to body, okay? So first we'll begin with a dead bug. You'll be laying down on the floor, pulling the navel in towards the floor. So let's practice that together. Bread loafing is when you're puffing your abs, when you're crunching, versus TA where your navel's pulled in. It's almost like you're drawing your navel in towards your spine and you're keeping the belly really flat to activate the horizontal muscles around your abs. Okay, so from here, your knees are in line with your hips. You're reaching your arms towards the sky. Shoulders roll down away from your back, so everything from my shoulders to my hips is really engaged. From here, extend your left leg and right arm away from each other, reaching with intention as these arms and legs go away from each other. The opposite hand and leg are in that same stable position. Then we'll move it back through center and switch sides. Okay, so now reaching your right foot away from your left arm. And again, we're keeping your muscles from your shoulders to your hips really cinched in and down towards each other. Okay, keeping the navel flat towards the spine, reaching one arm away as the opposite leg reaches away. Now you can do this with props, including a ball on your belly, a stability ball, or you can do this body weight. It's such a simple but effective exercise, and we're connecting the neurological, we're firing the neurons from the opposite arm and leg, and that can just be really beneficial as a practice to get some coordination, right? So that's the dead bug. Now we'll be moving into a bird dog, which is very similar, but you're in a tabletop position. So first you'll ground your hands underneath your shoulders, spreading your fingers wide, gripping into the floor with all 10 fingers to protect your wrist. Draw your shoulders away from your ears by engaging your lats. Keep your navel pulled in towards your spine, so right away I feel that nice corset effect on my spine. Your knees are directly under your hips. Same rules apply as the dead bug. We're extending the left leg as we reach the right arm away. If that doesn't feel accessible for you today, then you can bring your hand and your foot down towards the floor and just slide back in. Otherwise, if it does feel good, we'll keep the arm and leg away, and then we'll bend the knee and the elbow towards each other and reach away. All right, I don't need you crunching. We're going to keep the spine really long as we do this, extending the arm and leg at the same time. If you're practicing this with me, we'll do 4 more reps. Being mindful of the shoulder away from the ear, keeping the navel pulled in close to the spine. Ground your right hand and left knee and we'll switch sides, extending your left arm and right leg away from each other, keeping your spine long, including your neck. And if you choose to do the floor option, you can bring your knee and your hand on the floor to reach and bring in. Otherwise, we'll extend the arm and leg, bringing the elbow and knee in towards each other. We're staying super mindful of the engagement of the abs the whole time. Building the core from the inside out. Let's do 3 more together. quality over quantity on these, right? So if you're really intentional and focused on the muscles engaging, that's gonna be more bang for your buck than just doing a bunch of careless movements, okay? So from there, after a bird dog, I'm going to invite you into a ball crunch, okay? You're laying down flat on the floor. If you have a stability ball nearby, this is the time to use it. Otherwise, we're gonna use the power of imagination to pretend we have a prop available if you don't have that with you right now, okay? So if you have a ball nearby, go ahead and grab it, bring it to your belly. Now I want you to push your hands into the ball with your arms straight, and right away I feel my lats engage. So right under the armpits, you're feeling the side of your back kick on by pushing into the ball and rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Now we want to check in with the ab wall again. So you're pulling the navel in towards the spine, really cinching in through the waistline, and you're pushing the ball into your knees. From here, you're going to keep the ball pressed in towards your thighs as you reach towards the sky with the ball, keeping the navel down. So if I were to peek down at my belly, I'm keeping that flat stomach rather than the puffing of the abs, okay? Inhale, lower down, exhale, lift. And rather than reaching up with your neck, you're pulling your shoulder blades up off the floor ever so slightly, and the ball might be moving just an inch. It might not move it even, maybe not even that. It's a small movement. And everything from my shoulders to my hips is firing. 2 more. If you're working at home without a ball, you can do this by pressing your arms down and reaching. So it's a tiny little crunch, and I'm just imagining resistance from my hands to my thighs. Okay? So those are 3 exercises that I like to do to engage the transverse abdominis. The more you practice this technique of engaging the TA rather than the rectus, the more habitual it'll be throughout your day-to-day. So we're doing this in order to protect our spines, to prevent injury and move with grace and pain-free. I'm so glad you found our channel, Physical Embodiment Studio. I'll see you next time.